Roll. All right, everybody, welcome, welcome. Thank you for being here. I'm very excited to share a little bit about like an intro course to AI and how it can help you in your business. Okay, everybody's been hearing a lot about AI. I want to hear in the chat. Please put in the chat for me a one if you kind of sort of use AI right now, or put a two if you don't use AI. And this is like brand new. One if you use it a little bit. Two if it's like, what the heck is this all about? I'm looking forward to learning something. Okay, so let me do one more thing. Speaker view. Okay. All right. Lots of ones, lots of twos, kind of a mixture of a lot of them. And that's okay. This is an entry level course. I will be doing more courses in the future. This is something I'm very excited about. I've always been an early adopter. My name is Doug Farrar, by the way. I'm an international marketing director with the Juice Plus company. My wife has been in this business 25 years. I'm not quite sure how long I've been in it, because at one point she did fire me to help herself and her structure, but then I fought back. I fought back and I'm back, and I've been at least 15 years, maybe 20. But I'm an IMD. I love this business. I love this company, but I've always been an early adopter of technology. And I remember I'm a former school teacher and assistant principal, and then I also ran a college program. And so I've seen different sides of education. I've done a lot of technology in education. I've always been using technology to further student achievement in the schools and things like that. And when I remember when, my goodness, I remember when the internet came out. I was a school teacher, and that changed everything in education. Imagine being a school teacher, the internet comes out, but then when Wikipedia was invented, teachers were going nuts. They were thinking, oh my gosh, these kids are never going to learn. It's impossible. But we made it through. And it turns out that the kids learned how to use it as a tool. And it turns out just knowing something isn't the highest level of knowledge and achievement anyway. It's how you use things. And let's fast forward and imagine that you're the boss of a company, or imagine you make enough money that you could hire an assistant, maybe a social media assistant, maybe your upline NMD. You could have them on speed dial and they would always answer the phone at any second, no matter what. Let's think about ChatGPT or AI kind of like that. It's not going to replace everybody. It's not going to replace you, but I'll tell you this. The people that don't know something about it are going to become less and less relevant, because this is a tool that allows us to not do some of the things that maybe we struggle with, and lets us use our human brain for what is really unique. That is creativity and relationships and things like that. And really, that's what our business is all about. So we're going to use the AI to leverage that side of things, like having an assistant. All right. So this is the AI age. I'm super excited. So let's get rolling. Let's start off with a little icebreaker. Here's what I want you to do. I want you to open up your, and I'll keep saying ChatGPT, but it doesn't have to be ChatGPT. It could be Claude. It could be Gemini. It could be, and then there's a bunch of Grok 3 just came out yesterday. It's not available to us yet, but Elon has Grok. If you look really close inside of Instagram and Facebook, there's even a built-in AI in there from from Meta. If you go to meta.ai, but ChatGPT is really good and most people know about it. So I'm just sticking with that for you guys for right now. There's other levels of AI. You don't need to worry about that. I'm working on some things that I'm not going to tell you about it because it's going to blow your mind. But I'm working on some other things I'll be rolling out later, and not tonight, but at later dates. And stick around for the ride. I will be just forging through this stuff, and really I get in deep to it. So I'll be helping you guys as much as I can. All right. So the icebreaker, here's what we want to do. We are going to start by well, first let me say, if you already pay for ChatGPT or Gemini or something like that, if you can find a way to do like where it forgets everything it knows about you, that would be helpful. For me, I'm just going to say forget everything and start fresh. Hope I don't regret that later. But so now it kind of doesn't remember who I am. I think, it's like, who am I? I always end up regretting when I improvise and think, nope, they don't know anything about me. So that's good. All right. So here's the icebreaker. I want you to create a nickname for yourself. Let it create a nickname for you. So just simply type in, create a nickname for me. And it might come up with something interesting. Put it in the chat. Nova. I wonder if anybody else is going to get Nova. So just go ahead and copy that, put it into the chat if you can, or type it in if you're on a different device. I would love to see what you guys are getting for your response. But that is a generic Echo. Sherry Montoya, good to see you. Echo, that's cool. I want to see more from you guys. Let's see some more names because we want to have some fun. This is a workshop. It's hands-on. Fitgram. I don't know what that means. Ace. Wolfster. Okay. Well, it knows about you, Karen. It knows you got dogs or something. Anyway, that's cool. Sassy Graham. Yeah, you can do it over and over. It might give you a different one every time. But let's assume that it doesn't really know much about you. And this kind of brings up, keep putting them in, Maverick and Pickle Ninja. And but here's the thing. In order to get a better result, imagine your assistant doesn't know anything about you. It doesn't know anything about Juice Plus. Well, it might be able to look it up on the internet, but it kind of knows about Juice Plus, but we want it to really know about things. So the way we ask questions with AI is called prompting. You're going to hear the word prompt. Keep it going. Hey, Trina. All right. Ace, Vibe Strong. I love all these names. All right. So the prompting, prompt engineering. There's jobs now called prompt engineer, where you just come up with a really good prompt. The prompt is just the question you ask your assistant. Okay. And we can learn to ask the question in a way that gives us the information we want. You see, AI has been trained on billions and billions of words and sequences of words from basically the whole internet. Think of all the libraries of the world, and it knows a lot of things, right? But all it really does, believe it or not, with this is called generative AI. All it does is takes a word like nickname, and then it predicts what the next best word should be. And so the more context you give it, the better it's going to be able to predict what the next word in the sentence should be. So it's pretty amazing. It comes up with what it does, considering that's all it's really doing. All right. So here's how we do it. Look over on the white screen here. This is in your notes. Yeah, Brandy, that's because you already been using it. All right. So that's good. It's got some context already. All right. So the first thing we want to do, there's this acronym, TCREI, Tiny Crabs Ride Enormous Iguanas. Okay. But the basic of it is this. T is for task. We want to be crystal clear about what you're asking it. Probably, make up a nickname is probably not enough. Considering you probably kind of sort of know what you're going for with this, right? So you want you want to train your assistant better. So you write a clear description of your task. Next, you have to give it context, providing some background information to guide the response. And then the third thing is references, maybe an example or more specifics to shape the content that it's coming up with. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm gonna do mine. I'm gonna cut and paste because I got to keep talking and keep looking at the chat and everything. But I want you guys to do this. I want you to change your description. Here's mine. Mine is going to say, create a funny nickname for me that reflects my uniqueness. Okay. If you don't tell it this thing is actually dumb. It's super smart, but it's super dumb too. I want it to reflect my uniqueness. I'm a 57-year-old man who loves health and wellness. I work for the Juice Plus company and inspire healthy living around the world. I'm a team leader in the company and love sharing the business too. I want the nickname to be a play off of European monarchy names where I have a position of royalty. like King Kale or something like that. I would like the nickname to be humorous and clever. It can be up to 3 words long. Did you see how I included all those things in there? I gave it the task, the funny nickname. I provided background info on who I am, so it's going to reflect me. And then I gave it an example and some more descriptions. All right. So watch how different this will be. I'm using ChatGPT, the paid version. So this is ChatGPT 4.0. It actually goes slower than the free version because you'd be on 4.0 mini, but theoretically mine thinks harder. How about Duke Detox? It's got that royal flair while also nodding to, that's pretty good. Maybe Baron Broccoli, it says, or Sir Smoothie. That's pretty cool. Hey, can we put some in here? I want to see some in the chat. And while you do that, I can't really see. If you guys raise a hand or something, make sure you let me know. I'm going to switch over. Sorry for the replay, but I want to see the gallery. I need to see everybody. I love seeing the people. Nutri's coach. Wow, Stacy. Nutri's coach. All right, that's a good example right there, Stacy, because Nutri's coach is a little lame, in my opinion. You know, compared to Baron Broccoli, that's pretty good. But don't forget, this is an assistant that will work 24/7 for you. They don't care how much you pay them or anything. Well, they care if you pay them their $20 a month, but you know. So you can say things like make 10 more variations. And because when you're using this for your business, I don't want to just create a post or something and it just kind of comes up with something and I just paste it in my, you guys probably can see there's people doing that. It's terrible. Notice how I said mine can be up to 3 words long. And that's, you'll learn about this prompting. I knew to do that because I knew that it would give me more interesting stuff. The Duke of Detox. I think I like that. Oh my gosh, Sir Juice-a-Lot. I am Sir Juice-a-Lot. Okay, cool. So, wow. That is great. Now I'm going to copy Sir Juice-a-Lot and we're going to finish this. Keep it going. Keep them going in here. You understand the point though, right? We're making this personalized nickname using this process, but notice what it says. We did task, context, and references, but E and I is evaluate and iterate. So we're going to assess, and I say, yes, it did give me what I wanted. I love it, but I want to refine my approach. I'm going to say, make 10 that are 1 word, because maybe I want to do something that's, you know, like a, I don't know, Kale King, Baron Blend, Count Carrot, Sir Smoothie. They just put them together. The Prince of Protein. I love Quinoa. I love it. All right, so you guys see how that works. And believe it or not, this little thing, Tiny Crabs Ride Enormous Iguanas, is literally the key to everything. All right. So what we're going to do though, I'm going to help you guys learn how to do this in a way that's going to really make a huge, huge difference. Okay. All right. Any questions? Did anybody get lost in any of this? Everybody okay? We're moving nice and slow. I'm sorry for our advanced people, but advanced people, I was always the advanced kid in my classes, you know, music or technology. So you know what to do. You just go ahead and do your own thing and wait for everybody to catch up to you. Sometimes they never do, but you still learned. All right. So we're actually ahead of schedule. So make sure you raise your hand if you have any questions. I like the names, guys. The cool thing is this is probably learning about you now. You know, I could say like, tell me what you know about me. All right, so now it's already learned a little bit about me. Okay, that's pretty cool. So it's already going to influence everything that happens, you know, later on. You know, now here's a good reason why if you guys are into AI, you may have heard something about the deep, oh gosh, I forgot the name of the Chinese one, Deep Seek. I think it's Deep Seek. But some people are afraid to use DeepSeek because it's been proven that they have access to that information. It's owned by the Chinese government and blah blah blah, but it's cheaper and it's really really good. But here's the thing: I use ChatGPT to put in my symptoms and the the documentation off of statins, and I said what symptoms I was experiencing, and it identified a very rare side effect. I took the information and the studies to my cardiologist, and they actually took me off the statins because I had already lowered my cholesterol through the Ornish diet anyway. So it can be very useful, but I'm not sure I want the Chinese government knowing that I was on statins and things like that. Okay, so be careful what you put into this, because unless you know how to do the settings, don't put your bank info in here. That's all I'm going to say. Okay, because you don't know where it's going to end up. All right, so but it's just like the internet. We put all kinds of stuff on the internet, right? All right, now we're going to do some social media content. That's why you really came here, most of you. All right, we got all kinds of people out there creating terrible prompts. I want you to create a terrible one just to show what it's like. Let's just say create a social media post. For me. See, I'm giving it a little bit of context. It might, see, it's already trying to get my personality going. Oh, it's calling me King Kale, ruler of the realm of wellness. That's clever. So mine says, well, I'll more energy. Oh, look at that. It's not even searching the web because there's a button down here. You can tell it to search the web, but it knows a little bit about Juice Plus and smoothies just from its training. So that's pretty cool. Now, this is okay. I'm actually impressed. I would never post this. And that's why I want to learn to have a prompt that's going to be really, really, really good and something that I want, because hopefully you're not at a point where you sit down with your social media, although I know some of you might be, but you don't want to sit down and just say, I'll take any prompt, I'll take any post in the world. You want to create a post. You probably have one in mind, right? The example I'm going to use, my example is going to be about Juice Plus supporting health. Okay, so let's be a little bit more descriptive. The first one was just create a post, and it just did it based on what it knew about me. Okay, so we're not using our TCREI format yet. I'm just going to say describe how Juice Plus supports health. Now you can pick any type of prompt or you want, whatever you want your post to be about. Oh yeah, this is, what on earth? I mean, this is just terrible. I mean, it's the right information, maybe. By the way, always read your our AI stuff, or you will end up embarrassed. There's something called hallucinations that happen in AI, where it just gets confused sometimes. So it's making this super long post. I don't know what I would do with this. Although it could give me good things to make other posts about. Each one of these looks like a post to me. Yeah, this Leela, they call it hallucinations. Mm-hmm. So it made this giant thing. Okay, and it even asks a good question though. Would you like me to tailor this for a specific audience or format? I'm going to, now I want you guys to start working on yours. I'm going to explain mine. And you can just wait a second and ask questions, whatever you want. You can start working on yours. Yeah, it sounds like marketing materials. Don't get me going, because I don't like when they give us marketing materials that sound like marketing materials, but we're not advertisers. We're relationship people, right? Okay, so now I'm going to refine this prompt. I'm going to be a little more clear. Okay, so this is it down in the bottom here. You guys can see that down there, I hope. Let me bring it up a little bit. Describe how Juice Plus boosts health. Focus on benefits for busy mothers. Include omega-3's role in energy and cognitive function. I don't know why I would just do omega-3, but let's just do that. So now I asked it to focus on mothers. So now we're getting somewhere because now I'm able to have a post potentially that could be useful. Although this is one of those really long ones and there's so much going on. All right. So what I'm going to do in this is I'm going to say, okay, let me provide more background to guide the response, more context. So I'm just going to start over again with that prompt again. And so you can see how it might look a little differently. Describe how Juice Plus boosts health. Focus on benefits for busy mothers. Include omegas. I'm going to say the Juice Plus omegas role in energy and cognitive function. Then I'm going to say, first of all, I'm going to go to the next line. It's good to have different lines or even bullet points. This post is for Facebook. Make it 150 words. Then I'm going to say, make a clear call to action, such as reach or let's connect and discuss. Okay, so I knew it was too much. I wanted it shortened, so I'm going to say 150 words. Let's see what it does. So this is kind of a valuable lesson in using AI, and that is it's not a one and done. It's a conversation, okay? And you're going to go back and forth with it a little bit. It's kind of like having a personal assistant, except the personal assistant isn't as good as you are, but they work really hard. But you always have to like keep telling this employee like what they're doing wrong, or it's like, why are you writing it 3 pages again? Let's make it, one paragraph. So this is pretty good. I like the way it's focused in. Busy moms, this one's for you. Between work, kids, endless to-do lists, taking care of your health can feel impossible. Let's throw it, and then we can throw it a curveball. I'd love to get a question or something in here, but I'd love for you guys to start working on your post. So you should be working on it right now. But we have a good amount of time in here. This is pretty decent. I'm going to say, what image? Oh, that's another good thing you can do. Let me do this again. I'll just start over again. I wonder if I start over, it'll remember everything, even in a new chat. Just wanted to clean it up a little bit. Make a clear call to action, such as let's connect and discuss. Suggest an image or video. Now let's do this. Let's make it for Instagram. And I'm going to see if it shortens it up automatically. Well, it doesn't have to be short for Insta. So let's make it 100 words now. I like it a little shorter on Instagram. See what it does when I give it less words to work with. That's hard to do, isn't it? Like to cut your own writing down. AI is kind of good for this. And I asked it to suggest image idea, a vibrant, smiling mom juggling life with ease. That's all you guys. Holding a smoothie or juice plus capsules. That's a recommended thing. Video idea, a quick day in the life clip showing how easy it is to add juice plus to a busy mom's routine. All right, it's a decent post. What if I don't like the style? Let me bring this whole thing back in again. I'm just going to copy notice as I scroll up here. Oh, this is a cool thing I'll show you guys. If you're on the desktop version, I think you can do it on mobile as well. But look at, as I hover over my prompt, I can either copy it or I can edit it. So I'm going to go in here and edit the prompt. And I'm going to, what's I going to do? Suggest an image or video. 100 words long. I totally forgot what I was going to do. Let me just run it again and see if I remember. I like too when you run it again how it comes up with something different. Yeah. Does this save all our unlimited conversations? It's not unlimited. Okay. Yes. I love when it, oh, yeah, yeah. That's a good, thank you, Colette. I'm going to show you guys something cool right now. It does remember things about you, but it will eventually run out. There's a limit to the context. And it depends which version you're using. If you use one of the really advanced, the latest things, sometimes they have a short memory, others have long memories. So ultimately, if you stick with me on our AI journey, I'll eventually teach you how to have a prompt about yourself. Eventually, I'm going to teach you to train your AI so it's for you, so that it never forgets about you. But there are some basics you might want to put in the beginning. And I'm going to give you a great prompt at the end that'll help you with that. So let me paste this back in. And somebody said it keeps asking a question. So let's encourage it. Mine aren't asking questions. Why won't mine paste? What's going on? Control C, Control V. There we go. Okay. Ask me clarifying questions to keep improving this post. So now it'll ask me some questions. Oh, now it says, before we go any further, there's a few clarifying questions to tailor it. Tone preference, that's what I was going to do. Okay, so I usually put the number, I say 1. Some words that are really helpful are conversational, as if speaking to a friend. Pain points. Are you focusing on energy, brain fog? Okay, let's go number 2. I'm going to say focus on, what do moms struggle with the most? Energy? They're probably exhausted, right? Energy and children's getting enough nutrition. Okay, I love that it's very forgiving of typos and stuff. Yes, if you log in, Donna, it will know it's you. It'll remember your conversations. Call to action. Would you like a softer invite? I didn't even read what it was doing. You deserve, let's connect and discuss how JP can fit into your busy life. Okay. Make the CTA very informal and short. See what that does. I hate those long, let's connect and da, whatever. Oh yeah, let's include emojis. That'd be fun. Include fun. How do you spell emojis? I don't even know. Emojis. All right, now I added some. Oh, I just answered the questions. It probably remembers my prompt. So now, oh, moms, this one's for you. Running on coffee and willpower. Yeah, we got our coffee emoji in there. Juice Plus makes getting good nutrition easy. So now when I look at this, this is like, it's over emoji. Okay. So what do? It's your assistant. It works for you. You just say less emojis. Can we? Oh, there's barely enough. Okay. Did it do the same words? It was exactly the same words. Running on coffee and willpower, Juice Plus makes getting good nutrition easy. I would say this sounds like a commercial. Make it sound more like you are seeking to help them. I don't know if that was the right thing. Oh, that's cool. Reminds me of some of my 40 somethings. They say this, hey, mama. Long days, little sleep. Yeah, see, I mean, that's pretty cool. Now, how's everybody doing? Let's get a check-in. Anybody bold? They want to come on screen? They want to share what they got? You want to put your post into the chat? We would love to see what you got. Hopefully it's not too long. Otherwise, the chat will only let you do so many characters, like 1,000 or 1024 maybe. Are you guys lost right now? Amy, are we good? You're following along? Hey! Oh, Doug Duncan, I need a schedule of Facebook posts that I can do from now to the end of the month. Yes, that's exactly what I was going to do next. You can cut it short by telling to well, don't worry, Leila. I'm going to give you a prompt at the end that gives you exactly that. I have a prompt that covers the Heilig method. All right, so let's do this. Now, I'm not a big proponent of saying, oh, I want to create a post and it just does it for me. I don't really like that much. I prefer ideas. Like if I had an assistant, I mean, I think I'm going to come up with some pretty good stuff, but sometimes you just need something to get going. You know what I mean? So what if we took what we've learned so far or what it's learned so far, and I say, create a bullet list of just post topics, just post topics, I guess. This isn't very clear, so we'll start with this. Give me 25. So I love lists like this. It's still doing Instagram. So I like this a lot because now I can look at a list. And by the way, you're going to hear it. My dog snores so loud, I'll kick him every once in a while, the same way Sharon elbows me at night. But man, he is loud. So look at all these great ideas. And it goes through categories. I didn't even ask it to do that. Katie Keene says, I love using AI for content, event ideas. Yes, absolutely. Yeah. And you would do it exactly the same. You would use the same framework, TCREI, task, create 5 Juice Plus event ideas that add value but are focused around health and wellness. Provide background. Events that have been done in the past include blah, 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 blah. I want this event to be 90 minutes long and blah, blah, blah. And then you say all that and it's going to give you a list of ideas. It's just amazing. So now, not that I'm not a huge fan of this, but you could, let's say, how to avoid the energy crash in the afternoon without coffee. I could just copy that and say, develop this idea. I could have said develop number 16 or whatever. So then I would go through the same thing. We haven't given it a great, it's not trained. So this one's kind of like a wild child, in my opinion. I'm already getting irritated with it. But okay, it's kind of done. So now what we could do is I could say create a series of 5 posts about this. 100 words. Let's make it 150 words. Interesting. It didn't. Oh, stay tuned. Is it going to know to go? No, it doesn't. To know about Luminate. Interesting. Now watch this. I love it. Thanks, whoever's adding a bunch of good stuff. Okay, Leela. Okay, we can hear your dog. I know you hear him. Okay, so I have these 5 posts, but it never went to Luminate. So here's your next tip, and then we'll move on to our next section of the really good stuff for you tonight. I'm going to click this that says search the web. Now the AI is going to not just search its own memory, which, by the way, when you ask it, like who won the 2025 election, if you don't have it search the web, it doesn't know who won the election because the training cut off like October 2024 or something. All right. So now it's searching the web, and I'm going to say include information about. If I could type, I could have been something. Juice plus Luminate. Still not doing it for me, you wild child. There it is, Luminate, my secret weapon. They waited till post 5. There you go. Okay, we can do all kinds of crazy stuff. We could also upload a file. I don't know if I have anything good here about Luminate. I don't think I do. So what you could actually do is upload the label of Luminate and have it create a post about that picture, because that's the picture you're going to use. It will, or at least have it analyze it. Some interesting things. If you're in my digital collective group, which I'll give you a link to it, it's at the bottom of the white page that you guys got a link to. If you hopped on late, I'll put the link back into the chat. You can check it out. But that's the page that we're going off of. But when I was at the boot camp a couple weeks ago, what the heck was that called? That's called Peachtree, Peachtree Boot Camp. There was a slide that had lots of great information on it. I took a picture of the slide, I imported in the chat GPT, and I said, transcribe this slide. I don't know if that's the right word. That's what musicians do. We transcribe music. And it types out all the information on the slide for me. Then I say, create an informational post for my team Facebook group. Now it already knows who I am, what I do. It already knows the name of my Facebook group. It knows how I like it to write. I've trained it on everything. And it just literally created everything. And it was good enough that I could just post it right into our team group. Now, is that cheating? I don't know. Was it cheating when they invented the car and some people had horses and people were flying by them in cars? I don't know. But I bet you wanted a car back then, didn't you? So, all right, changing the future, one child at a time. Hey, listen, I don't know if this is going to be the greatest thing. This is definitely a turning point in history. I won't get into the deepness of it, but we might be destroying ourselves. I don't know, but that's for another conversation. You don't have to worry about it with this. These things are pretty dumb. When you hear the word general artificial intelligence, that's when you got to start paying attention. That's what really thinks. So you have at least another year Don't worry, you got a year left. All right, tips for better prompts. Here's some good ones. Break prompts into shorter sentences. Instead of like a long one, just make little short bullet points almost. Try different phrasing. If you don't like the way it's coming out, instead of detail how Juice Plus supports health, try explain how Juice Plus products can boost overall wellness in simple terms. That makes a huge difference. You got to have this conversation with it, and you'll get different results. Switch to another task. If it's a simpler task, maybe focused on more of one thing, more detailed, drilling down a little smaller. Because if you say something like write a novel, it's not going to be able to do it. But if you say make an outline for an exciting novel where King Kale conquers the kingdom, then it'll come up with an outline, and then you would have it write chapter 1, and you would tweak it and blah blah blah. Okay, so you have to narrow it down a little bit. And then another great thing is introducing constraints. Okay, write 150-word Instagram posts instead of just write an Instagram post. Like, make it go smaller. That's why we want to have more context, because it'll get more focused. All right. So iteration. Remember, iteration is where you talk to it again and you give it more tips. Make sure you've included all the elements of the framework. Your context, your tasks, your references, like everything is in there. Separate your prompts into shorter sentences, different phrasing, and constraints. All right, so here's some more examples. All right, a basic prompt would be describe how Juice Plus supports health. An enhanced prompt using our method would be describe how Juice Plus boosts health. Focus on benefits for busy mothers, include omega-3s, in energy and cognitive function, and evaluated afterward. Is the description engaging with clear takeaways? Not so much. So then you can add an emotional appeal to relate to family wellness. Ooh, what happens if we do that? I'm going to copy that in there. Now, here's another tip. I'm going to go back to my original mom's post. Here it is. Hey, Mama, I see you. Now check this out. There's a little pen where it says I can edit this in Canvas. So now I can edit this thing. Oh, let's go back. We don't want to do that. We want to edit the prompt. Where is it? There it is. Oh, there we go. Okay, so now I'm going to edit the prompt. Now, when I edit this prompt right here, add an emotional appeal related to family wellness. Once I send this, it's going to just start the chat back from there again. Where's my emotional feel? Because when you feel your best, your family thrives. Let's connect. I mean, that's powerful. I mean, I'm looking at Amy Getz' face right now, and I'm thinking that's an Amy Getz line right there. Imagine that. Because when you feel your best, your family thrives. There's no way there's just a machine, man. That's got heart. I love it. Okay, we're going to our next part of the lesson. Let me get rid of this. I'm gonna start a whole new chat for me. It remembers everything. We're all good. Okay, leveling it up. I'm going to give you this prompt. Now, this is the prompt I want you to have. It's in green. It's in your worksheet. You can cut and paste it. I know you might be on different devices, so that could be challenging. So you could type it, or you could watch what I do right now. Okay, I'm pasting it in. I'm going to read it to you guys. Memory does remember in new sessions, even in new chats, because like it remembers all my chats over here. So when you go over here, it sees all my things. I can go back a long time. Leadership assessment tool ideas that happened weeks ago. All right, so it remembers things. All right, so this prompt is a good one. I worked on this a lot of hours, so I want you to use this. Act as an expert network marketer specializing in content strategy and social media. Provide 3 post ideas for each of the following categories, tailored for Juice Plus partners to use on Facebook and Instagram. The goal is to increase audience engagement and follower interaction. Categories. This is from Bob Heilig. Value content, 40%. Share health and wellness tips. Connection content, 40%. Share personal stories or routines. Proof content, 10% of the time. Highlight transformation stories. Invitation, 10%. Invite followers to events or challenges. And then we threw in for fun influencer style posts. So whatever wellness influencers are doing, let's copy some ideas from them. Guidelines. Notice how I'm doing the bullet points and all that stuff, as I said earlier. Tone is conversational using emojis, humor, and open-ended questions. This is what I like. You can change this to make it yours. By the way, you should have like either a spreadsheet or a document of all your different prompts, okay? And because you're going to want to remember these. One for this, one for that, one for how to make your dinner, your meal planning for the week. You can do everything. Business-related content, 10%, 15% total posts, 20% of content should be tailored for Instagram stories and reels. That's because I do less Instagram. Include a suggestion for an image or video. Each post should include at least one emoji. After creating the post, ask the user if they would like to develop any ideas further or adjust the tone and style. If the user requests to develop a post, ask them questions to get all the information you need to create a complete post for them. Now, this will give you something a little different than it gave me because it knows a little bit about me so far. Notice that in this prompt, we didn't educate it about us at all. We just wanted it to create stuff for Juice Plus marketers. But these are pretty good ideas. Definitely something I would take. It's a little short. I don't love posts like this personally, unless I'm just kind of being like a smart guy or something, or a funny picture with it. But not bad, huh? How long would it take you to do this? A long time. Do you have to post these? No. But maybe they're a good idea starter for you guys, right? Does it only remember the paid version? No, my wife uses the free version. I keep trying to get the only difference, paid versus free, is like I'm using ChatGPT 4.0. I think you guys might be using 4.0 mini if you're on the free version. It might say that. You also have maybe a little less context. Well, you know, I did look it up earlier. Why am I acting like I have it memorized? Free versus paid ChatGPT. I asked it. Oh, text, images, and audio. You see some of the pictures I have on some of this stuff? Like when you go to those worksheets, those are pictures, not that that's helpful. I get 01, which is good for really thinking. Oh, wait, this is not the right thing. Here we go. Oh, what is wrong with me? Here we go. Free version. You get mini in the free version. I get full version. You get, you will run, if you start using this, and you'll know, because it'll say you've run out of asking for the day. You're done. If you pay 20 bucks, you get to ask all you want. I don't know if you get to talk to it like I do. Like I can just have a conversation in the paid version. Hello, how's it going? Hello? Why am I paying you? Hey, it's going pretty good. Hey, tell me everything you know about Juice Plus Illuminate.
Juice Plus Illuminate is a supplement line focused on promoting skin health. It's designed to support a radiant complexion and overall skin wellness. The products typically...
So that's kind of fun if you're driving in the car and you just have that conversation, because then you can say like, hey, let's create some ideas, or what's the best way my team could share Juice Plus Illuminate with other people. And it'll tell you ways, okay? So this prompt that I gave you, I run this prompt all the time. If you go on my morning power hour, I typically will run this prompt. Actually, yeah, another thing you can do in the paid version, I love it so much. I'm not going to show you, but I can create like tasks. So I have it scheduled that every single morning it emails me. It already does this prompt and it emails me the results. It checks the price of Bitcoin for me and it gives me the top 10 latest articles about artificial intelligence in the world. You can have it look up anything you want, you know? So I don't either. Well, I didn't put web search on. So that was just an example that you can talk to it. Oh, look at that. Yeah. So it does listen, you got to be careful because it will make things up. Okay. It'll make things up. All right. So give me questions.
Hey, Doug. Thank you for everything. I have one question, or I wanted to share something. There was a something that you put on here. I think it was the how to um, give us a nickname. I didn't want to type all that out, so I grabbed a screenshot using my snipping tool, and then I uploaded it to my AI. I used Gemini and told it to OCR it. So basically, I copied it and pasted everything that you did, but I changed the name. Or I changed the my how old I was basically, and have it give me a name. So I didn't have to type all that out. So you can also take screenshots of text and tell it to OCR it. That way you can copy and paste it and change it and make it yours. So just want
Yeah,
to pass that along.
you might have freaked a few people out, but what he's saying basically is you can take your chat GPT or Gemini or whatever, and you just take a picture of whatever you want to take a picture of, including written notes from a conference or something. It does a pretty good job of getting all those notes. And then OCR is object character recognition. That's where the computer looks at writing and it says, oh, that's an A, that's a C, that's an F. So yeah, it reads. So yes, that's excellent. Good example, Doug. Of yeah, there's a lot more capability. Again, this is like an introductory thing. If nobody's asking too many questions, I may have aimed a little too low. I'm going to do another one of these where we go next level because there's a lot of settings you can do in ChatGPT that will make it more have better functionality for you and things of that nature. I want to show you a few things as we close up.
I have a simple question.
Yeah, go ahead.
So if I want to take what I created and then post it into Instagram, not knowing how the other gentleman was doing OCR, how do I, is there a way that I can do that simply, or do I just have to copy and paste and then take it over to Instagram and post it?
Yeah, yeah, exactly. That's exactly what you would do. You would take the output, and there's no like share to social media button or anything.
When-
Um, typically, you would just say, say I want to do some of this is not so great. That made my day. Say I'm going to do this, I would just copy it and take it over to the other platform, and then make it my own. I think it's really important that you make it your own. Don't believe some of the things. By the way, you're going to see a lot of ads, especially if you start like going. If you go into my group, you're going to start seeing ads of like companies and products that make it sound like we will automate your downline and give you 500 leads a week into your inbox and blah blah blah. We've cracked the code on network marketing. No, they haven't. No, they haven't. This is just a tool. Okay, so use it to your advantage. All right. All right. So let me show you these few things that I have on these links down here. I don't forget to grab this and like copy and paste it or print it or something if you want to keep it, because this will go away in about 24 hours. This is like the thing we were talking about, this framework. If you want to dig in a little deeper, we pretty much went over most of it. Okay, so we decided to go a little deeper on that than originally, so that's good. This green post on this white page over here, that you download it by going to the link that we put into the chat, or it came onto your registration on your text. You want to grab that green stuff right there. Okay. Oh, and that is this document right here, generic AI prompt for JP social media. Okay. This is that post. And then below it, I didn't include that yet. You'll see it. This actually does a TCREI analysis of that prompt and kind of analyzes, how it's good. You could even ask, how could it be better? I mean, that's how simple it is. I mean, use AI to make the AI better. All right. The last thing on here before we hang up for the night, there is a link to this group. This is a group on Facebook that I run. If you want to be in the group, you are welcome to join that group. It's various people. Right now there's 68 people, but I just post. I mean, here's how I show here how I do my whole food, plant-based, no oil, Dean Ornish diet plan for the week. It can plan out all my meals, and then I ask it to make. I don't even use recipes anymore. I just literally let AI make the recipes. They're good. It's already studied Emerald and all the greats in history. Why not let it make the recipes? Hopefully, it doesn't have one of those hallucinations though, because that would be bad. So yeah, we just put a lot of different things in here, mostly social media and AI related for now. But eventually it will also include some training on Project Broadcast. I realized that I sent you about 1 million messages from Project Broadcast to get into this tonight. But I did that on purpose just because I wanted to remind you guys that Project Broadcast is another way we can be better at following up, be better at inviting and things like that within our business. And I'll be doing some training on that too. So thanks for coming on. I hope this was helpful for everybody. And I welcome you again to join the DigiCo group. Thanks, Julie, for coming on. Love you. And you guys have a great, great evening.